Approved the nomination of Professor Dakaz C.J. Dakaz, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, as chairman.
The confirmation was as recommended by the Senate Committee on Judiciary in the report it submitted to plenary after screening the nominees. Also confirmed for the Nigeria Law Reform Commission is Dr. Uchenna Okolocha.
The appointments of the nominees satisfy the requirements of Section 2, subsection 1 and 2 of the Nigeria Law Reform Commission Act 2022 and the Senate Standing Orders of 2023.
We commend the President because most of the nominations that are coming before the Senate are suited for the governance of Nigeria.
Senate has passed for second reading bill to establish Federal University of Education (ANCPA) in Kogi State, sponsored by Senator Issa Jibrin, and bill to establish Federal University of Technology Odukpani in Cross River State, sponsored by Senator Asuko Ekpenyong.
Upgrade the Kogi State College of Education (ANCPA) to Federal University of Education (ANCPA) to produce socially matured professional educators with capabilities to not only understand educational needs of Nigeria as a nation, but also to exploit existing educational infrastructure and improve on it and develop new ones.
We need to know that the greatest investment that the nation can offer to its citizens is education.
There are currently no federal universities of technology in the South-South region, and Cross River State has only one other federal university established over 50 years ago.
Among bills that scaled first reading is bill seeking the establishment of Nigeria Institute of Social Media Analysis, as well as the Electric Vehicles Transition and Green Mobility Bill. From the National Assembly, Lami Ali, NTA News.
And the House of Representatives has asked the Federal Ministry of Finance to remit Nigeria's financial obligations to Africa, Caribbean and the Pacific Group of States, amounting to more than €1 million. This resolution was passed after a motion by Deputy Chief Whip Ayokunle Ishaka revealed that Nigeria is at risk of sanction from the international organization due to the non-remittance. National Assembly correspondent Mitaire Ikben reports.
As a member of the Africa, Caribbean and Pacific Group of States, which facilitates development cooperation and trade, Nigeria is said to have accessed grants worth €1.7 billion from the organization over the last 2 decades. Lawmakers point out that Nigeria's failure to pay its outstanding dues to the organization may jeopardize future access to development grants.
Such sanctions could undermine Nigeria's diplomatic standing and reduce our access to critical development resources and partnerships.
This motion is referred to the Committees on Finance, National Planning, Interparliamentary, Debt and Loans Management for further legislative action.
In separate motions, members alert the House of a resurgence of banditry in Niger and Kwara states, urging military intervention.
Concerned that the same bandits were seen heavily armed and moving freely around the constituency with no resistance from any quarters.
If security situation in Edo, Moro and the Patigi are not checked immediately, the loss of lives and properties will escalate.
Among several bills that scaled second reading was bill for an act to establish the Federal University of Oil and Gas Technology, Igbokoda, Ondo State, sponsored by Representative Donald Ojogo.
We do not have an oil-related institution at the tertiary level, and we need it, particularly in the southwestern part of Nigeria. Yes, we have one at Efurun, that is the University of Petroleum Resources, we have the PTI, but we need it, a specialized university of oil and gas technology. Nigeria deserves it.
Following a matter of personal explanation, President Tinubu was commended for assenting to the bill establishing the Federal Medical Center Owian Delta State and approving some federal projects for the benefit of Nigerians.
Our own son, Professor Kingsley Akaba, has been appointed as the Pioneer Chief Medical Director of the FMC Owian. My people said thank you to Mr. President. The Asaba-Bini dual carriageway is being reconstructed. The Benin-Warri dual carriageway is being reconstructed, and my people are grateful.
4 bills were passed in plenary, including the Auctioneers Registration Council of Nigeria Establishment Bill.